Do you seek to understand or only want to be understood? James 1:19. Be quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to become angry. What, in your opinion, is the biggest problem facing most marriages today? Lack of communication or lack of mutual understanding? A lot of people tell me their biggest problem is lack of communication. Others wonder if they can ever understand each other. Some think it is impossible. As one husband said to his wife, "Well, I am blue and you are pink, so get over it. I'm not supposed to understand you." Obviously, he hadn't gotten it, but fortunately his wife had. And although she was hurt by his ultra blue comment, she replied, "Well, honey, what I got out of Emerson's teaching was that yes, you are blue and I am pink, but that means I need to work real hard to think outside my pink box and try to understand blue. Not that I should just discount you because you are blue." The wife had a handle on what I think is the bigger challenge in marriage: gaining mutual understanding. Communication is certainly an issue, and we spend a lot of time teaching about it. But as I say in the language of love and respect, until Sarah and I understood that as a pink she speaks love and as a blue I speak respect, we kept riding the crazy cycle. However, when I learned to speak Sarah's mother tongue of love, she learned to speak my mother tongue of respect. We are on our way to mutual understanding, which of course leads to better communication. Note that I say we are on our way. We are still not completely there, but we are making excellent progress. As we try to understand where the other is coming from by turning our pink and blue hearing aids to the other's frequency, the tension evaporates. The crazy cycle slinks back into its cage and we are good to go. Another way to put it is that we have learned that it is more important to understand than to be understood. Many couples remain on the crazy cycle to one degree or another because they keep insisting, "If you would only understand me." As James 1:19, today's key verse, puts it, be quick to listen, slow to speak. As one spouse listens and makes the other feel understood, he or she is in a much better place to say, "I think I understand your side. Would it be okay if I explained how I see it?" Remember, no matter what the issue under discussion is, the real issue often is love and respect. Actually, the old proverb, "You scratch my back and I'll scratch yours," comes into play. What wife will refuse to try to understand her husband's need for respect if he first seeks to understand her need for love? And what husband will refuse to understand his wife's need for love after she seeks to understand his need for respect? For example, a wife wrote to tell me of how her husband had made one of those blue remarks that left her thinking, "I can't believe he said that." Instead of getting offended, she calmly asked him what he was thinking when he said it. I let him know that I wanted to understand what I thought I had heard him say. He clarified, and sure enough, I had heard his blue thoughts through my pink hearing aids. I was thrilled to see how this opened communication between us. It deepened my belief that I can talk about my feelings and get clarification without being afraid of his response. Bingo. Instead of firing back to make sure her hurt feelings were understood, she calmly tried to understand. With one simple, calm question, this wife kept them off the crazy cycle and got the energizing cycle fired up. To paraphrase James's age-old advice, be quick to listen and understand instead of speaking your piece without getting your spouse's side of the story. Remember this little riddle. Why did God give me 2 ears and 1 mouth? He wants me to listen more than I talk. Thank the Lord for 2 ears and 1 mouth. Ask Him for the wisdom to know how and when to use both. Ask Him for help in learning to understand first and be understood afterward. During conversations this week, practice trying to understand first and being understood. A good lead-in line for wanting to understand is, "What I hear you saying is, am I correct?"